Ah, man, I'm just wait for y'all to come on in here. You know me, I move kind of spontaneous. You never know when I'm going to move. What's happening? Wait for the family to come in. Maybe y'all got the notification. Maybe y'all didn't. It's all good. It's the man, greatest man alive. Crush, the legend. Welcome to the new nighttime show called After Nightfall Talk for Grown Folks. Yeah, where every topic is not off limits, but it's from a grown up perspective. None of that shouting back and forth. If it's guests on there, people getting any feelings about people talking about how they feel or if they presenting facts about a situation and so forth. But what's going on? Man, this I'm gonna start talking my ish, but it is definitely time to move on. We gotta be grown. We gotta be grown. We gotta be adults about, you know, current events that had taken place, and a lot of people still in awe or in their feelings about what happened to Devin Haney. Don't be in your feelings. Just wish the young man the best. You know, maybe dislike what happened to the man, but don't hate on him. You know what I mean? We don't have to do that. You, as a boxing fan, don't have to do that. But we do a lot of things that we don't have to do. And one thing we don't have to do is sit, cap, pretend, and protect these fighters, their name, or their honor. We don't have to do that. That's their job. That's what they have to do for self. But you as a fan, what are we doing as fans is we too emotionally involved. We are. Just look at us. Some of us, we get so intertwined in this sport that we don't even make time to have a conversation, a healthy conversation or healthy dialogue with your loved ones. But you're quick to get on the internet and fuss back and forth. DS in the building, Josh 86 in the building. What's up, my brothers? But we quick to 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 jump on grown men's back or woman or whatever you may claim yourself to be simply because I do not agree with what you say or your POV or your eye test on a certain fighter. I don't care. I'm not gonna lose no sleep. Win, lose, or draw, or in between. I'm not gonna lose no sleep. Neither should you when it comes to these fighters. If whoever you pick, they lost, they lost. If they lost in a not so good fashion for them, they the ones that got to deal with it. And everyone is acting like they have to go through what Devin Haney is going through. As a fan, I feel so emotionally involved and attached to him. So I was feeling this pain when Ryan was punching on him. I felt the agony of defeat of the extra 3 pounds that I agreed to. Man, is y'all crazy? It's not that serious. Do you get that involved when it comes to your children? Do you? Do you? A lot of you cats don't even know how to sit down and have a conversation with your woman and work on and critiquing the holes in your relationship. But you quit to say to Josh 86 about his favorite fighter, critiquing his favorite fighter and all that. You can't even do that with your own damn relationship. But you quick to do that with Josh 86. You quick to do that with DS. You want to come on here and you want to go back and forth with DS just because he don't agree with you. Well, I got that smoke for you. I got some smoke for you. What smoke do y'all really have? Because the only ones that's really going through the smoke is these fighters. Some of us go through the smoke as far as the dialogue side, but come on, these fighters is the one that's going through the smoke. So what are we talking about, fans? What are we talking about? This is not a rule in a boxing Bible on in in the handbook of boxing saying fighters are supposed to protect their fans by all means and any means necessary. The boxing Bible don't say that. So why are we doing it? Why are we so mostly attached and so upset about a guy taking a loss? It's nothing wrong with it. It's not the fact that he lost. It's how he lost. Who he lost to. But like I said, you got to make it stick. You got to make it stick when it's time to bite down on your words. We say great, then let me see it. I don't want to. And part of being great is having sportsmanship. That's a part of being great. Having sportsmanship. There was no sportsmanship. No one is still talking or asking them about, hey man, why y'all did not show up to the active fight presser? That's a pride thing. And like I've been saying, and a few other people, it's a pride thing, man. Listen, man, we're men at the end of the day, or we supposed to be men at the end of the day. If we supposed to be men at the end of the day, then now we not conducting ourselves as such when it comes to boxing. Why are we constantly screaming back and forth at each other and damn near ready to beat each other up because I chose some words and who we uh who we like and dislike in the sport of boxing is just horrible. And well, I'm gonna be honest with you, DS Josh. Anybody that might watch the playback, I'm only surprised to a very small extent. I am to a very small extent because there's some things that need to be figured out. What's up, Dub? Hold on, Dub. Right shot, my man. Dub, right side in the building. And the thing is this: there's no need to be getting mad at anybody because they're being honest about what the hell is going on. And never in my goddamn life have I seen a whole bunch of grown people, right? A whole bunch, Quee in the building, a whole bunch of grown ass people getting mad at somebody because they being honest about a situation. You want that person to be honest. Salute the Dub right side. Anybody want to come up, chop it up with your boy? The fucking link is right there. Link is there, people. Bam. Dub, you can come up if you want. But people try to go around and get at my man Dub right side because he's keeping it real about his favorite fighter. And people jumping on my man about that shit? Are you serious? If any Devin Haney people in here watching on the low, hey, if it's a fan that you really want rocking for you, if it's a fan that you really want to rock for you, Devin Haney, you need to yell at my man Dub right side. Because he's the most honest fan that I have spoken to about this situation. Unfortunately, that's how it goes, Quee. But like I said, man, the stream is right there. The link is right there. But we gonna cook because when I talked to my sister and my bro yesterday on the phone, my sister and my bro called. We talked for a few minutes, talking about a few things. I ain't gonna put out there everything that we talked about because all that ain't none of y'all damn business. But one thing I'm gonna speak about, we brought up my man Dub right side, and I didn't even know what was going on, Dub. I didn't know they all started dissing you, brother. Because you being honest about your favorite fighter. Guess what? That takes a whole lot of integrity. And I ain't got a problem with talking boxing or going back and forth, no matter if I agree or disagree with someone who has words of integrity when it comes to their favorite fighter. And that's why I say, man, cats is too emotionally caught the fuck up. What is going on? There's nothing wrong with you taking a loss, but there is a problem with it when you talk shit and you can't back it up. That's the main thing people is missing in this situation. Then they running around talking about a goddamn merit award. I don't give a damn about no merit award. It's something don't keep you down. You're just supposed to get up. You don't get extra credit for that. You don't get no extra credit for that. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all. You don't get no extra credit for that. Nor is it discredit either. At the same time, it's not discredit. But the only time your ass is going to stay down is when you simply can't get up. Do I need to repeat that again? The only time your ass is going to still be laid the fuck out or down on your ass back. Dr. Mark in the building, G Fizzle in the building. The only time that's going to happen if you're just not simply able to get up. And that's sometimes because you really simply hurt or you fear that you might deja vu that same situation all over again. But other than that, it's your damn choice. And of course, the man was supposed to get up no matter how hard them punches felt. He was supposed to get up. But he was supposed to, man, fuck that, I quit. And I really would have been dogging him out because he ain't standing 10 toes down on everything that he said. But, some ways they still, I still hold them against not showing up to the presser. I don't. But what I'm not going to sit here and do, I'm not going to overcredit or discredit anybody. I don't give a fuck. EJ can be my guy. I can have EJ number. He give me tickets to the fight and all that. But guess what? I would have still kept it real on EJ ass. Came fight night. If you know what I mean, if me and EJ was like that when he fought Terrence Crawford, it is what it is. And I still think this young man can go out and have a nice ass career. Now listen to what I'm saying. A nice career. I'm not saying great. Because we ain't going to see greatness until the second half. So this is the second half of this man's career. This is the second half. And he got to go about it all the way right, or he ain't going to be all the way tight with it. We know the simple little things that Devin Haney needs to do. Really do them. Now we're going to start to see, and like I said, I've been telling y'all, I'm going to keep saying this because everybody run their mouth about the same shit every day. Most likely, your favorite fighter would lose, get knocked out, or get their ass beat. It's only going to be one of the three. Get beat up, get knocked the fuck out, or you just lose. Somebody best you. But this is the time for every Devin Haney fan, weirdo fan or not, to actually take a deep breath, breathe again, like Tony Braxton. Waiting to exhale, in and out, in and out. And when you exhale all that bullshit that y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all need to do. Woo sa. Woo sa, goddammit. And then we must move on. But let's talk about, let's go into this a little deeper. Now we got this kid, Ryan Garcia, and he got me feeling like the Rick James and Dave Chappelle skit, when he was at the house. Should have never gave you niggas money. Well, goddamn Devin, you should have never let Ryan Garcia outfox you. Because you're way more intelligent than what you showed. I know you are, bruh. I know you're a much more intelligent young man. In and out the ring there. But your ultimate mistake was not using your intelligence. Your ultimate mistake was letting your daddy, who was walking around like the Kool Aid man, and a whole bunch of your fans talk you out of what the fuck you really are good at. Talk you out of what normally guarantees you a win by you being the person that you are, not trying to be like the next person, but being the person that you are. Laser jab, good footwork, all this shit. Okay, punching power, so the F what? It don't mean it's the end of the day because you don't have a whole bunch of punching power, but you do get that put on you when you start talking about your power or going around and asking people, how do I hit? You don't do that in public, champ, because this is the end result of it, my man. See, ain't nobody gonna talk about your power if you ain't talking about your power. Ain't nobody gonna talk about your power unless you're bringing it up. Your daddy keep on bringing it up and this, that, and the other. Your daddy ain't that cool. I wish people stop giving him all his damn credit. He's a hell of a father, but he's a horrible and very unprofessional damn promoter. Yes, he is. I don't give a damn, and any of y'all don't agree with me. It's the fucking truth. Never seen a promoter do the things and say the shit that this man says out his mouth. That man don't know how to keep it business. That man don't know how to keep it boxing. That's not good for his son. That's not good for Dev. Build your horrible reflection of for your son, my man. Yeah, that's your son, but guess what? In the sport of boxing, he's the fucking boss. So won't you cool it now? Take it down a couple temperatures, man. And let your son be the man that a lot of us think he can be when it comes to the sport of boxing. We shouldn't have to keep on hearing Bill mouth so goddamn much. If Bill ain't got nothing to say about any opponent that Dev want to fight, or period, don't say shit. If you're not going to keep it professional. Because see, people can't make you eat your words. They make Bill eat his words to his son, but that don't mean that everybody that Bill pissed off is going to just jump in the ring and whip Devin Haney ass. I'm not saying that. I would be hating on young Dev if I thought that. But, it could, and most likely kind of had, you know, put himself in a position that, maybe bit off a little more than what he can chew. But the whole thing was taking Ryan Garcia for granted. They ain't his worth. Let's keep it real. They're taking him for granted. Ryan ain't like that. Ryan ain't like that. When Ryan is at least a little more than what the hell he was showing us. We all know that. So now Ryan gonna want you to kiss his butt to get a rematch, but this fool is talking about a rematch with a man smaller than him. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm getting sick and tired of it. It's not like they picking on the little man because he's little and the little man can't stand up for himself and defend himself. This little man can do all that shit. But the people only attach their names to him, and that ain't even because they really feel as though they can beat him. Just to have their name even heard and they face seen even more. Now it might be a very few that really feel as though they're confident and they can go in there and beat Tank Davis. Nothing wrong with that, because there's a possibility I won't put out there yet to you fools. But it's about anywhere between 140 to 135. It's about, honestly, right now, it's about maybe about two dudes that can possibly beat Tank Davis. I'm not telling you who they are right now. But I bet you if you're married, if you let that shit marinate, it'll probably come to your head later. And that's my guy. I've been said that I think that all our favorite fighters will lose, and most likely I got somebody they will lose to. And I even went on saying that some of our favorite fighters keep on playing around. Cause I know I didn't set it on somebody's shit in here. I'm pretty sure man Fizzle, I set it around him, Queen, D Free, everybody. And what did I say? I said favorite fighters keep fucking around and procrastinating in the areas that they ain't supposed to be in any longer. They gonna wind up getting the ass handled by someone that wasn't even supposed to be able to handle their ass. Now let's go back to what I said. Yeah, I did pick Devin Haney to win that fight. He was my pick. Still gave Ryan 50% chance. I gave his punch a chance, a little more than 50% chance. But I was like, hey, most likely, you know, your favorite fighter would get beat, but nobody thought that Ryan Garcia would, or should I say, should have been the one to beat Devin Haney first, if that makes sense to y'all. Because I've been noticing, I go to different shit that I don't find none of the folks at. Nobody, I mean, like, I can go to some spots on YouTube and they talking boxing, ain't nobody over there. It's people there, but nobody I can normally run into out of hundreds of people that I run into on YouTube every day. You understand what I'm saying? And you never know what the hell is going on or what is out there. But I will go listen to people and I'm like, I'm listening to their reasoning and things like that. And what they were saying that Ryan Garcia was not supposed to be the first one to hand the dream his very first loss. Some people had Shakur in their mind. Some people had Tank in their mind. Some people had T.O. in their mind. Ain't too many motherfuckers that had Ryan Garcia in their mind that could possibly beat Devin Haney, or should I say even better, give him his first loss. Y'all get where I'm coming from, right? Oh no, that ain't supposed to happen. Not him. Why Ryan get to do it? I mean, I've seen some people keep it real about it. But, you know, the Tank and Ryan thing is all, that shit is done and over with. Um, Tank ain't worrying about no freaking Ryan Garcia and so forth. But can I say this to y'all? I don't know if y'all heard anybody say it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Now we heard about this 6-7 fight deal that Tank supposed to be setting up for himself, and probably after this half a dozen, a little over than half a dozen of fights that he has left, he's going to hang them up. I'm gonna tell y'all as a Tank Davis fan, that's some bullshit. I'm gonna say that again. As a Tank Davis fan, him having 6 to 7 fights, I think that's bullshit. Crush, tell us what you think it is. Maybe around 4. Oh shit! All right, here I go, 5. I got you, brother. Bring my man Fizzle up, Dub. Here go Dub. Come on in, Dub. My man. Right side, what's up, brother?
Man, what up, OG? Salute to you, family.
What's going on? Wait a minute before you get started, and I'm gonna let you cook as long as you want. I ain't gonna interrupt you. I got Mr. Respectful, the first one to hit my motherfucking link. Man, that's a blessing, dog. You the very first one that's next to my screen, and you co-hosting or doing whatever you want to do. And any of my fam, y'all can come over here and do what the fuck y'all want. I don't care. Cause I fucks with y'all and all the real ones. Dub, you ain't got to worry about hey, let me speak, Dub. Whenever you click that fucking button, I don't give a fuck if it's 10 on here. If you want to run your mouth, I'm gonna tell him, let him go. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the realest Devin Haney fan on YouTube. I dare anybody try to come at me, and everybody that been coming at my man, y'all hear me? Say something about I got his fucking back. I got his back. I got his back. Yeah, I got his fucking back, y'all fucking clowns. Go ahead, Dub. I got your back, homie.
Man, the first things first, man. It's a blessing just to be able to rock with you. And you know how I feel about you. Anytime I get that opportunity, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because um, like I always say, hey, you were the first person to ever have a 3-part interview on my show. You know what I'm saying? And the reason we had to do it because hey, man, one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you.
One of the greatest. And so, hey, when you say you're the greatest man alive, hey, I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. Um, man, you cooking right now, Chris. You cooking. At the end of the day, man, I will say though, I gotta say this, man. It's so interesting to me how all of a sudden Devin deserves. Hey, wait a minute, not. I ain't got. I want to see the rematch. I ain't got no problem with it, right? I ain't got no problem
Right.
with the rematch. But uh, um, when Devin comes out and starts saying that weight was the wait a minute, man. Hold on. You took the money. You took the money. You know what I'm saying? You got paid for the
Right.
and so now when you come out here and say it wasn't a fair fight, well, if it wasn't a fair fight, then why did you take the money? You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. And the craziest thing to me is that when I bring these things up to other individuals, the first thing they want to tell me, once again, I'm hating on Devin. I'm not hating on Devin, bro. I think Devin gonna come back. I think he'll be fine. People done told me he gonna struggle after this loss, this, that, whatever. Yeah, I think if anything, he's gonna make him more defensively responsible. And with him being the gym rat that he is, I think he's a true champion. I think he true champions learn from losses. At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
though, at the same time, when y'all tell me these things about the weight, and I'm sitting here like, nah, I'm not here to make an excuse, and then them go make this excuse the same way I would have preferred for Devin to take the EJ route. Hey, just stay on social media for 7 months, bro. Stay on social media for 7 months.
Right.
That would
Right.
have been
Right. 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 Right.
better. Don't tell us what you're doing. Don't just do what you're gonna do. Move how you're gonna move. You know what I'm saying? And but the problem is when you come back and you sit here and tell me, well, it wasn't a fair fight. A fair fight. Wait a minute. You got paid for the. You didn't have to accept the money. You didn't have to do that. Matter of fact, what you could have said
Right.
was, you know what? And yeah, you would have been criticized for it probably. But if you would have said the man ain't make the weight, I'm fighting on Arnold Barbosa. The payday wouldn't have been the same. That's a fact. Um, the fight wouldn't have sold the same. That's a fact. But at the end of the day, and according to you, it would have been a fair fight. So when you come out and say the 3 pounds made it an unfair fight, well, you accepted that and you took the money from it. And so when you do those type of things, I'm not trying to hear any of the other stuff. I'm not trying to hear that because you knew what it was from the beginning. You knew it. Matter of fact, the way I knew you knew it is because when y'all were at the press conference, what you told Ryan is that for every pound you came in overweight, let's bet 500,000 on it. Let's shake on it. That's what you said. And so
Mm-hmm.
when you make these type of moves, what you expect me to say? I'm not for the I'm not gonna say it was an unfair fight. The reason is because you got paid accordingly, and you still said that the weight don't mean nothing. I'm gonna go in there and beat his ass. That's what you said. That's what Bill said. So I don't understand the it wasn't a fair fight thing. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna call a spade as you've always heard me call a spade a spade. So I mean, it just you out of control. But what I will say is, I want to say this though. I think he comes back from this. You know what I'm saying? Simply off of the dedication. You know what I'm saying? The dedication to the sport. And because when you're dedicated to something, when you get your ass whooped, it make you want to make sure you get your back. You know what I'm saying? Hence the reason he calling for the Ryan Garcia fight. But even when he calling for it or the rematch, you calling for it quote unquote as a fair fight. And that's where you lose me at. You lose me there. And so I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is, but it's just crazy when I say these things. All of a sudden, I know, bro. I'm a rock. I rock with Devin right now, and I think you hear how I talk about him. I think he's gonna come back just fine. But at the same time, I talk to some of these fans, man, niggas. I done been on certain channels and they be like, "Oh hell no, you wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I can speak the truth, and I don't have. I'm still around with Devin, but that don't mean everything Devin do is right. It don't mean that. And so if I feel
Mm-hmm.
there was something that I disagreed with, what's the problem with me speaking on that? What's the problem? And
Exactly.
man, the people have gotten so emotional about this thing. You know what I'm saying? So emotional that even when these are the same individuals, they rock. Hey, whenever I had good shit to say, when I had Devin Bean Tank, talk, talk to him right side, talk to him right side. Okay, I'm talking to,
Yep.
but now Devin done got his ass whooped, and I speak on that. Man, you hate man. The way, wait a minute, hold on. Now I'm a hater. It's the way it's I'm not in the business of making excuses. I'm not in that business. And matter of fact, hell, I can't make an excuse for a fighter because at the end of the day, I just watch the sport and love the sport. That's it. That's it. That's it. And so I
Right.
don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. Go ahead, Chris. I apologize for being long winded.
No, 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 bro.
The
You
other
cool, bro.
thing, I got to tell you, it's a blessing to be. I believe you said I'm the first person to hit your link, right?
Yep. The very first guest, bro.
That's a blessing. And because hey, anytime I can rock with the realists, you know what I'm saying? And me and you don't always agree. We don't always agree, but at the end of the day, there's a level of respect I have for you, the same way you have a level of
Yep.
respect for me. And that's the beautiful thing about it. That's the most beautiful thing about rocking, which is that I know that shit, you gonna keep it a buck the same way I try my best to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I will tell you, I'm biased at certain times, but I ain't got no problem saying I'm biased. But when other facts are
Right.
presented, then get what? I'm gonna take those facts into account, and then I'm gonna make a different, my opinion may change. Why? Because I had new information to go off of, and that's what it don't seem like a lot of these individuals are able to do. Is take the new information from what we've seen, and then be able to speak the truth from the new information. They still holding a certain mindset as far as they fight their favorite fighter go, and so it's crazy. It's crazy out here, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Okay, let me ask you a question, cause you're the perfect person. Cause I was about to do it in the neighborhood. Get the casual involved and go around and say, ask a Haney fan. So I'm gonna ask one of the realest Haney fans. Um, do you think that is a really smart move if he keep his daddy as trainer?
Absolutely not. Um,
Good.
I listened to, and it's interesting. I listened to Bill and Floyd, right? But that really didn't sway me in either, outside of the point when Floyd said, "Hey, do y'all need help?" Outside of that point, nothing else really swayed me either way. Um, what really swayed me though, and I've always said, man, Devin looked his best when Ben Davidson was in his corner. I understand Ben Davidson can't travel because of Daniel Kinahan and all that kind of shit. I understand he can't travel to the states. I got that. I got it. I got it. But at the end of the day, I thought that's when Devin looked his best, when he had other people in his corner. When Yoel Judah was in his corner, he looked great in their fight. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yep.
this situation, if you go back and listen to what Bill said in this fight, along with the Lomachenko fight, when I combined the corner experience and what was being said in the corners at the time, it was the same instruction. You got to rely on the brick. Well, wait a minute. You rely on the brick hand when you fight in a southpaw fighter. Why? Because you keep your foot outside, or you keep your lead foot outside of his, and you line your shit up accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. And nine times out, well, that nigga 9 times out of 10, when you keeping that foot outside, you lining your backhand up. Devin is his right hand. And so that's the quote unquote brick hand. But when you saying it, even when you saying it against Lomachenko, I still got I understand where you coming from. I understand it. The difference
Right.
is in this situation is you still talking about the same shit. You talking about line the brick hand up, slip under the hook, this and that. No. What you need to be telling this man is that uh Right, you got to use your footwork. You need to be utilizing better footwork in this fight. And then when he got hurt, it was so interesting when I listened to multiple different individuals. But Gabe Rosado, when Gabe Rosado said that when Devin got hurt, you know what I'm saying, early in the fight, what you start to see is even then he came back walking toward a puncher. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coaching you, I'm telling you to take the round off. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you gather yourself, and then make sure when you shooting the jab, you stay compact with that jab. You know what I'm saying? You holding the phone accordingly. And when you hear what Bill is saying, you hear what Gabe Rosado is saying. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear what Floyd is saying, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, hell. Even when Floyd was talking to Zab Judah, one of the greatest conversations about this fight that I've heard so far,
Yeah,
Floyd
that was a
said,
good
"Man,
conversation.
but the thing was one of the things Floyd said was, well, when you're not turning your body a certain way and you're not able to get leverage on your shots the way you need to get them, you know what I'm saying? Your power not going to be there. And the first thing with Zab being the godfather of Devin Haney, the man agreed immediately. He didn't have no. It wasn't no. Well, Devin does this. No, he was like, "You right. You absolutely correct about that." And when you have fighters who done been there, you know what I'm saying these type of things when they talking to each other, undisputed champion, one of the greatest that's ever did it in Floyd, the undisputed being Zab, individual who done fought each other. You know what I'm saying? When you had when you have that going on, and Floyd done, I mean, Devin, he done been in Floyd gym. He done rock with Zab. So it's a lot of different things, different dynamics going on in that conversation. The thing is that when you have two true boxers say, "Nah, you damn right, that's exactly what was going on in that fight." When you have that going on, then hey, you gotta, and then you got a Gabe Rosado. We would call him a journeyman now. You know what I'm saying? But Gabe Rosado, the
Right.
man, he ain't never been scared to fight nobody. The man that been in the ring with damn near anybody who's anybody around his weight division. And so
Shout out, shout out to Gabe Rosado holding Philly down, representing man, heart and
kind of
grit.
the feeling. And so when you have all these things coming in, then you have to make an assessment and say, okay, well, what true boxers are saying is that um, the instruction being given in the corner, it wasn't the right instruction. It wasn't valid instruction. You know what I mean? And so when you have that, then me personally, I say, hey, I always think bills should be close because at the end of the day, I don't care if you got to hold a spit bucket. At the end of the day, you got to be close because your son always gonna hear your voice because he's used to your voice. But you
Right.
need to be parroting. You need to be parroting some of the things that the actual trainer, the in the ring individual, is saying. You need to be parroting those things right there versus what you think is best because y'all learned at the same rate. Bill was never a boxer.
Yep.
Bill wasn't in the sport of boxing. Bill got in the sport of boxing when Devin got in the sport of boxing. And so Bill and Devin, they learned at the same rate. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Matter of fact, Devin probably learned a little quicker because there were certain things that even though Bill he may have been there, he may have not have been there, whatever. Devin was always there working with these different trainers. And so he's heard what you said. So you need somebody in there. Yoel Judah. I love Ben Davis. I thought that's when Devin looked the best when he had Ben Davidson working with him. Although I know the man can't make it to the States. Hey, go train with him in Dubai. Shit, y'all ain't got no problem traveling. Y'all got plenty of money. Go train with him in Dubai then if that's what's
Yeah.
necessary. But at the end of the day, nah, Bill got to bring somebody in, and I think that's what when it came down to the come down, especially in the Floyd Bill conversation, Floyd and Bill they got beef with each other. The one thing Floyd said that I really appreciate, he said, "Do you need help?" Bill said, "We ain't never need help. We ain't never asked your motherfucker." Wait a minute. And then what Floyd said, "Well, you needed help in this last fight. That's a fact. That's a fact."
He did.
And
Needed
so
all the help in the world.
and so I do think that there does become a time where, hey, um, and shout out to Bill for being a great father, and me being a father, you know what I'm saying. I got love for that, but at the same time, there's a point in time, and I think Chris, man, you done had this conversation, but there's a point in time where um you're no longer the experience you have. There has to be another level of experience. If my son is playing basketball,
Mm-hmm.
I got that other level of experience. I got that. I got that. Why? Because I played basketball. But if it's football, if it's soccer, it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be like, all right, bro, I'm done. Hey, coach, hey, coach, come on, because I don't know that sport like that. You see what I'm saying? So if I don't know it, I can't teach it. You have to understand and know a sport to teach it. And so individuals who done been there and done that, you know what I'm saying? Those are the individuals who know the sport, they understand the sport, they've been in the ring, they've been there before, they understand what a fighter is going through and what you can do to help a fighter and what was done to help them. Whereas Bill don't understand it. And so, yeah, absolutely, man. I shout out Bill for being a great father. At the same time, as a great father, one thing you have to understand is that you may not always be the best option as far as coaching training goes for your son. And so,
Right.
as a great father, what you do is you remove yourself from the situation. You take a step back and you say, you know what? I may be a distraction. Hey, keep being the promoter that you are. Although I think Bill is a suit now, and I hate the suits. I hate all suits, respectfully. I hate them all the same. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
But Bill, he's become a suit. Floyd has become a suit, and that's what that was the argument that we heard. Two suits arguing with each other, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, when it
Yeah.
come down to Devin, when it come to Devin, you know what I'm saying? He still needs more work. The man is 25 years old. You tell me who was at their best at 25. No fighter is ever at their best at 25. Why? Because there's so much more to learn in the sport. And so, hey man, yeah, Devin definitely needs somebody else in this corner, but um and I hope that he has the discernment to understand that me bringing somebody else into the corner, it has nothing to do with you, pops. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I want you here, but at the same time, I need more advanced coaching because I've gotten to the highest level of the sport. That's where I've gotten to, and
Yep.
because I've gotten there, I need the highest level trainer. Whereas you're not the highest level guy. And the reason you're not the highest level guy, regardless of how much you done talk to these different individuals, uh, um, you haven't either been in the ring or had a fighter in the ring that's gone through certain things. So you don't quite understand what's going on and what the best move is to make when fighters are going through those things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm-mm. Good cook, Dub. Good cook, man. Shout out to Dub, right side with the nice cook. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. But also, I want to add on to that question. Now, I heard you speak of Ben Davison. And Dev did look his best when it came to compared to the other trainers he had worked with. So for you, outside of Ben Davison, um, give me probably two because you don't need three. Give me the next two best options that would fit Devin Haney's his style of fight and all that. Besides Ben Davison.
Um, I would say Kevin Cunningham. I think Kevin Cunningham, he understands boxers. You know what I'm saying? He ain't always had the most powerful guys, but he's been able to
Right.
do a lot with actual boxers. And then I know you're gonna hate this one right here, Chris, but Bomac. I think if he get into with Bomac and Red, you know what I'm saying. I think that there's a lot of learning he can do in that camp as well. You know what I'm saying. I think those would be the top two guys. Um, Outside that, well, like you said, because Ronnie Shields, I wouldn't mind him working with Ronnie
Mm-hmm.
Shields. I think Ronnie Shields would be a hell of a trainer for him. You know what I'm saying? So, I think there are guys out there. At the same time, you got to find somebody who understands your style, and I would love for him, which I know is not going to happen after the debacle we done seen. If he were to go back and work with Floyd Senior, I don't even know if Floyd Senior is really training like that anymore. But a Floyd
No,
Senior,
Floyd Senior, his health been declining, so he ain't
yeah,
really
yeah,
doing
that's
too
what
much
I've been
for
hearing.
like the
That's what I've
fight.
been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. And so, but I mean, Cunningham and Bomac, man, those would be the top two guys I would say. Like I said, Ronnie Shields, I think he'll be a hell of a individual.
Yeah, that was a
Hell,
good honorable
even
mention.
even Breadman, I think Breadman, Breadman when he was working with Caleb Plant, he allowed Caleb Plant to continue to box, but he showed Caleb Plant how to sit down on punches. And so I
Yeah,
think there are options out there. The thing is that Devin has and it's going to be a hard thing to do because it's hard to. I'm gonna say cut his father off. I don't think he should ever cut his father off. Never do that. But to no longer
just
allow his
demote him from
father to
being
be that
trainer.
guy.
That's all.
Exactly, exactly. He's no longer trainer, man. Hey, you trainer too. You know what I'm saying? And even if you trainer too, you're not the in ring guy. I want you in the
Right,
corner. I want you in the corner because hell, I done heard every sparring session I done been in, I done heard your ass on the damn canvas. I know your voice. You know what I'm saying? When a fighter is hurt,
right,
when a fighter is going through something, a familiar voice is very important in my opinion. But at the same time, instead of sticking with uh, uh, um, let the brick hand go, instead of that right there,
right,
parrot what the actual trainer is going off of. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who, in my opinion, any coach would have told Devin, "Hey man, I don't know what you walking to this dude for. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but hey man, use your feints. And if we can look at this from the outside looking in, if I can look at it from the outside looking in, then I figure Bill would see it. The other problem is though is that because Bill has taken on so many roles. He's the manager, he's the promoter, he's the trainer. Then he gets up there and when he start talking, we're gonna meet you in the center of the ring. No. Devin don't need to meet this nigga in the center of the ring for what?
right,
You know what
right,
you don't prove you prove shit by winning fights. That's how you prove shit. And when you go out there and meet a nigga in the center of the ring who got more power than you know what I'm saying? What does that prove? What does that prove? Not a goddamn
that you're
thing.
crazy. And you
I
went
mean,
against
my
your
God,
own plan.
my God.
I like real quick.
But
I like what you said about the other trainers. All I think all of them that you mentioned fits him perfectly. I don't have a problem with Bomac. I don't dislike Terrence Crawford. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I just pick Arrow. We got that over with. Let's rock on. I don't have a problem with Bomac. You know what I mean? Or Bud. You know, more so I only had a problem with Bud when he moved fucking funny, but love what he does in the ring. And you know, two of my favorites, one of them had to fucking win. At least one of my favorites beat one of my favorites. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not mad. But Bomac would be good. I like Bomac. I like them all, but when I was having a conversation with my son about it, off the internet, he's a diehard Devin Haney fan. Like he didn't really want to talk about it. He didn't debate me like he normally does. He didn't do
because
none of
it
that
hurt,
shit.
bro.
He
Because it hurt, bro. The nigga was hurt.
right.
I was hurt. I was hurt by the loss. I was hurt. But I got to
No,
take
but
mine
he
on
was
the
at the
chin.
fight too.
Yeah, that
He
make
was
it
at
even
the
worse.
fight. He
That
went to
make
the
it even
fight.
worse. It make it even worse.
And he texted me while you calling the fight, remember? We was
Yeah,
rocking
yeah, I
out
remember.
and he said, damn dad. He said, yeah, you right. He said, yo, he hit the shit out. He said when Ryan caught him the first time, not from the first knockout, but when he caught him with that joint, he heard that
Yeah.
shit. He was like in the fifth row on the floor. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh shit. And he said, damn, he hurt. And he is going to take him a minute to recover. This is what my
To
son said
recover.
to me in the text. And he was like, damn, I hope he pulled through. That means so then when we finally talk about it at the fight, he ain't had much to say. He kept it respectful. He said he's still rocking with his man, but he's infuriated. He is pissed off at Bill fucking Haney, man. Yo, my the shit that he was saying about Bill. nobody chopped Bill up like my son, and I should have recorded that shit to make it a sound bite. Oh my goodness. I was like, shit, you make me sound like a bitch. And I'm a bad motherfucker. But he was that pissed off, y'all. He was really that pissed off. And like five of them heard my son before because I would put him on. So, I was even trying to get him into it a little more, but he'd be busy. But he's a diehard Devin Haney fan. And, he was upset, but he swallowed the pill. So we were talking about trainers. He came up with Bozy and it's that. Oh my gosh. I mean, the kid do have great options when it comes to trainers because it's really like a stable of
even
really good trainers right now. You know what I
even
mean? We didn't
even
have
if
that
you went
many good trainers. Go ahead, Dub.
even if you went in the gym with Bozy, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be better
Yeah,
for
we
him.
were saying Bozy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that would be better.
He
I ain't got
said
no
Bo
problem
Mac.
with
I said
Bozy.
Bozy.
Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
got no
he
problem
said
with
Bo
it.
Mac. Yeah, that would be nice. I ain't got no problem with that.
But
Anything that's going to help that young man, I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead, Dub.
and that's the thing. When you get to the stage that Devin is at, I mean, hey, it's all good and well, you know what I'm saying, to have, man, to have your father there and for y'all to make it to the stage that y'all at, that's one thing. But now it ain't about being at the stage you at, it's about progressing forward. It's about becoming an even better
Facts.
fighter. You know what I'm saying? And the way you become a better fighter is by putting individuals who have more. Yoel Judah, a fantastic trainer in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I love Yoel.
Yeah.
I went to my him been there. One of the things that I watched somebody like oh man, what's the brother name? I can't even fought with he used to be over there with Floyd. Oh man, he was training Devin for a second. Be doing interviews and shit now,
Oh,
man.
oh,
Be
you talking about Mickey
got
Bay?
Mickey Bay, thank you.
Mickey Bay.
Mickey
You talking about
Bay.
Mickey Bay?
Even a Mickey Bay being there, you know what I'm saying? Mickey Bay understands having a fight where he done been hurt in a fight. Mickey Bay understand it. Um,
Right.
it's just so interesting. You done had so many. They had Freddie Roach in the damn corner at one point. Now I ain't gonna say Freddie Roach. I'm not a fan of Freddie Roach. That's just me. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan. I'm
Hey,
not a
Dub,
fan of
real
Freddie
quick.
Roach.
A couple people said Freddie Roach when they first came out about this conversation. Freddie Roach, man, listen, real quick, and I'm gonna let Dub.
No, you cool.
Like
This
the
your show.
Mayweather said, "Hey, man, it's our show, man. This is how I rock over here. It's our show. You know what I mean? Like I just don't represent me. I represent the minds like me. That's one thing about me, man. Everybody, y'all come and get it. This is our show. Whoever the fuck is on here, this is our show. You know what I'm saying? That's why I roll out the red carpet. You come in here and be with you. You be you. I shut the fuck up for 2 hours. If my show is for 2 hours and you got 2 hour running you, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let you rock out. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. I ain't worrying about somebody coming on my channel and their dialogue is doper. Dope is dope, baby. You see what I'm saying? Good content is good content. I ain't with the hater shit. I don't do that over here, Dub. So anytime, bro. When I tell people, hey, you got green light, we sharing a green light. I can't wait till I get sis up here and let her ram me. Hey, everybody, y'all, whenever the fuck y'all want to come up and I put that link, oh, okay, it's your day. It's his day. Or it's y'all day. I love it, Dub. I love it. You hear me? I love it. I don't have a problem with it, man, because I love having good boxing energy and conversation around me. You know what I mean? So when I'm not getting it here, I can get it from y'all, man. And that's what I'm here for, bro. This is our show, my man. You know what I'm saying? This is our show. It's for us, for
And
the people, and for people who want to learn about the sport and that love being entertained, appreciate and appreciative of our knowledge and our entertainment about the sport and other things that we talk about. We talk about all type of things, but damn it, this is it's not overformed. The only question I have is we know how a lot of cats don't recover well from beatdowns. That's it. He got me kind of scary because of his punch resistance, but fuck it. Kid, when I seen the little video that he spoke and he said, you want I looked in his pupils. I know how to, you know, read people very well. And I said, man, you know what? And just like Quee said, on our show, that boy can come back. It can make him even dangerous. or not. But I think he's gonna come back. I want to see him come back. I don't want to see him fail. I don't want to have to roast his ass like that. I don't want to do that because he's not a clown, But he be around a clown and a few clowns, But it is what it is. But we gonna see, man, and as these guys move up in these heavier weights, it gets tougher. So we see most likely his next fight would be his mandatory, which we myself and I
Sandor
can speak
Martinez.
for a lot of people. Yeah, Sandor Martin. Um, this is good that he's taking the mandatory and he got a good opponent. Because Sandor Martin is a boxer. So now Dev get to go back and oil off the rust on his technician tools that he totally abandoned in the fight.
Amazing. That ain't that amazing? Te-
Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's perfect.
abandoning tools. You just what you just said
That's
was
what he did.
abandoning tool. And this is the thing. Mike Tyson, my favorite fighter of all time. We got the same birthday. I done told you this 100 times. So, but one of the
Yeah,
things
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah.
what Mike tell you, everybody got a plan till they get hit. And one of the things I've always been critical about Bud Crawford about, the man want to get his lick back. It ain't always about getting your lick back. That ain't what boxing ain't about. That ain't what boxing is about. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when you was getting your lick back, Devin, it was when you was sitting there just racking up rounds, 2 through 5, 6, whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you racking rounds up, that's you getting your lick back. Don't stop worrying about trying to
Yeah.
hurt that man. And although, and I'm hey, hey, put me on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? As far as uh, uh I said, I was like, man, I think Devin his power would translate different, and I think he'll be able to go out there and get a stoppage. I was absolutely wrong about it, and put me on the damn same. Put me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, bro. Go out there and box. Utilize your skill set. The one thing I had a problem with in this whole fight was is that Devin, and I've always said that the man footwork is elite. You know what I'm saying? He got elite footwork. We didn't see none of that. Matter of fact, what we seen was, and we seen it in the not the Lewis fight, the oh man, Lomachenko fight.
The joke.
He said he
Okay.
said fuck the footwork. I'm just gonna come forward and I'm gonna some type of way be a pressure fighter. Huh?
What?
Huh? What
Yeah.
what
A big
what do
huh.
pressure? One of the things pressure fighters have is they have stoppage ability. Either pressure fighters overwhelm you or they have the ability to stop you. And when you went in
Yeah.
there, even though you walking forward trying to walk Ryan down, it ain't like you threw punches in bunches. You didn't do that. And so the walking forward shit, like, okay, hey, it's one thing to put a fighter on the back foot, you know what I'm saying, and make them uncomfortable. But if their counter to you putting them on the back foot is throwing their favorite punch, yeah, which there were
Right.
multiple
Right.
times.
Right.
There was multiple times Devin had Ryan cornered, and Devin let Ryan out the corner. Why? Because Ryan kept faking. He kept feigning that left hook. And
Yeah.
so if that's not gonna if you're not gonna put punches in bunches or be looking for the overhand right for power, you know what I'm saying? Then what are you walking toward a fighter for? Don't walk toward a fighter then. You know what I'm saying? You utilize your skill set. And when he was utilizing foot feints, when he was utilizing hand feints and those type of things, then he was having success. The man started struggling once again when he felt like he had got after he had got hurt in the first round, he felt like he had kind of regained his reconnaissance, and now he back sitting there putting the pressure
Back.
on, and I'm saying like, wait a minute, this is all the way backwards. I'm looking for you to
Yeah.
shoot the jab and take a half step back. When you land your jab, make sure you, if he does try to counter, you know what I'm saying, make sure you catch that punch and you take your half step back, and then you can throw off of that. But you don't sit there and just come forward and then even when you shoot your jab, you ain't holding the phone correctly. I mean, it was a lot of different things going on in the fight, and Hey, but at the end of the day, the thing is, I agree with Quee. Man, and I missed the show tonight, man. Man, I was watching the draft. The Cowboy fucked around and traded back, and that messed my whole everything up. Man, I was man. That's a whole nother story,
Oh
but
wow.
you know how
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am with.
yeah. Five did G5 didn't want to touch on it, the Jet, diehard Cowboys fan, so he didn't really want to
Who
get
your
into it. I don't
who
know if
your
the
team,
Jets
Crush?
still in. I just watch football, Dub. Remember, I'm just
Okay,
a football fan. I don't have a
okay,
team. That's why I get to talk my shit. But I talk my shit anyway. But
that shit is
yeah,
hard.
I get to get at everybody. But I like to be fair, no matter what I'm talking. I like to be fair, even if it's sometimes with it being somebody disagreeing. I'm just being fair and honest. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
like football. Speaking of football, I can't wait till the football season start, man. Fantasy football, even when the football season start, some teams, the draft. I'm gonna really look at everything probably hours later from now, when it's time for me to re up with my coffee, and start going into what happened in the draft to see what the teams picked, and can't wait to see these rookies like anything else, and definitely see the how teams gonna turn out, because of the trades and moves that have been made, with the vets, already. So it's gonna be interesting, man. So I can't wait for football season. I like it. I love hearing y'all go back and forth about y'all teams and shit. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. And the only thing I could do is learn something from it because I don't know football as deep in depth as some of y'all do. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always learning something a little more. So I like to listen, and then I give my little say so about the games overall, or the game overall, and that's that. I just try to, you know, my gun don't come with a safety, so I just try to play safe. I
You
don't
said I
want to
got
shoot
bullet.
nobody
I got
accidentally.
bullets for everybody, nigga. I got bullets for everybody. That what you talking?
Yeah, I got bullets for everybody, but I don't want nobody to get shot by accident. Because ain't no safety on it, so mean I'm meaning to do business, but I don't want to do that. So I just like to keep it fair, man, and I love to get the roast, the fans of some of these football teams. I think I'm as bad as on the fans of football team down here with guys in boxing. Some of these football fans be talking shit. Yeah.
Well, I be hey,
Hmm.
hey I get roasted every year. I'm a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? I get roasted every
I already
year.
know, man. I'm always kicking it with the Dallas fans, but see, this past season, Dub. I don't know if anybody that's still in the place that been around when we was talking about football. I've been said at the preseason last year. I said, man, neither one of you motherfuckers ain't going no fuck. Ain't gonna do shit. You know why? Because
Why?
they always talk the most shit. Both teams,
And
and
get
then
what
they
I'm telling
wind
you.
up
Go ahead.
be and you keep it real, Dub. You
No,
keep it real.
I ain't finna keep it real on this one. I'm finna be, hey, I'm about to be I'm about to be the most biased motherfucker. You about to hear me? Hey, my Cowboy win the Super
Fuck it.
Bowl.
Y'all
We
say
won
it
in the
every year.
Super Bowl.
That's right.
We won in the Super Bowl. Goddamn it, we won in the Super Bowl. I
I
don't
didn't
give
want
a
to
damn
say it
about
for
it.
you, Dub.
I don't
I
give a
already
damn
know.
about
But
it.
keep on doing it. Hey, you know what? And guess what, man? As much as people come down, don't you gotta fucking talk that shit into fruition? Wasn't a bird saying that shit until he finally got one? So what's
Yep.
wrong with dollars? Keep on saying it until they get it again. Now they could have had it. It's about one or two people fault, no more than three people fault overall when they fall short. That fucking goddamn quarterback, that goddamn fucking coach, and goddamn Jerry make some better goddamn decisions because they always
Look,
have a good roster.
and that's the
You know,
problem. It ain't the quarterback. It ain't the coach. It's Jerry Jones. That's who it is. It's Jerry.
Jerry ass, it's
It's
Jerry
Jerry.
ass,
Like I like to call
goddamn
him
Jerry.
Jerry. It's Jerry. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Listen, and I ain't even gonna say what people be done think I'm wishing death on the man, but I ain't gonna say what I want to say because I mean
I feel
it
you,
is what
dog.
it is. It is what it is. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm riding till the wheels fall off.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. For whoever you're a fan of, team, box, or whatever, that's what we supposed to do. But yeah, getting back to Evan Sando Martin, perfect fight, like I said, a guy that's in his region, Forest style. They got the same type of demeanor, their style of boxing. So that'd be good. Get that muscle memory rolling and things like that, and get back to what you're doing. After that, you ain't really got to necessarily go jump back into facing the hitter. No, you want to make sure you're not going to ever abandon your tools again. Devin Haney, if you ever abandon your tools again, your daddy ain't gonna be able to save you. You ain't gonna be able to save your daddy. I'm gonna fuck the both of y'all up. How about that?
One
And
of the
I
things I okay.
and Bernard spared you. He said, "Let's go to the bathroom." You asked me right there. I'm gonna leave you right there. God damn it! Y'all tighten up. God damn it! That's all I'm saying. Shit. I predicted real quick, Dub. There's 3 fighters that I predicted that was supposed to have been running this shit. We know who they are. Get to doing it, God damn it. Shakur, catch the fuck up. I'm not changing my mind about these 3 fighters because dickhead Mayweather, you could have had like one of the best fucking umbrellas of all time, dude. You had, come on, man. Devin wouldn't have rolled that fucking early. They would have rolled a couple years. Man, he was supposed to lock this shit down with those 3 dudes, man. He was supposed to lock it down, ladies and gentlemen. He was supposed to lock them down. Then them out and have them terrorize everything. They clear everything out, and then you make that in-house shit. This is how you do it. This is how you make boxing fans happy by doing things this way. Starting from the damn promoters, man. When you load it like that, don't play around. I hear a lot of people criticize in-house fighting. Then you don't know nothing about matchmaking. You gotta have in-house boxing. What are y'all talking about? When them fans say, man, them in-house joints, no, you gotta have it. Look at what goddamn Pepper Bob got at 135. Are you kidding me? No in-house fighting. Man, that man got he could put those guys together. He got fucking fights of the year candidates out his ass if he pit some of his prospects against each other. What are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know nothing about promoting no and marketing when you say no in-house fight. Depending on the stable is loaded. It's just like family, making a family business. Keep the motherfucking money in the house. Then they can all get paid. What are you talking about? Don't ever say that shit again. Make sure I ain't around for the ones that said it. Y'all don't know nothing about marketing. And when it comes to the business, I get what you're saying, but when you got a promoter who has a R-star freaking fucking stable, and you talking about you don't want to see no in-house fighting, what the hell is wrong with you? And what set of eyes do you have?
Hey
It's the
man,
most idiotic thing that I heard, Dub.
my thing
Pamper
is
Bob is loaded. Go ahead, Dub. You got it.
no. You keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. No, I ain't got no problem. Go
He
ahead.
got he got a hell of a fucking roster. And just like everybody shit on the PBC because his guys is not getting fight. And that shit goes to their asses too. What the fuck is you doing, PBC? Got awesome guys sitting on a motherfucking shelf, melting. You got them like ice cream sitting on a dry fucking shelf. They're gonna melt.
Man, one of the things I was gonna say is that even with Devin coming back, man, um, one thing I give him so much credit for is that the man has always stayed active. You know what I'm saying? Always been active. And when you're an active fighter, hey, there's a time, especially when you take an ass whooping like Devin took. Hey, take 7, 8 months off. You know what I'm saying? Take some time. You know what I mean? Because shit, you done been. Hey, you're dedicated to the sport, but at some point in time, you can't. I don't know if the word is work too. I don't say work too hard, but you can drain yourself as far as the work goes. You know what I'm saying? Where you overwork yourself, you overtrain yourself. And I'm not saying that's what
Yeah,
happened in this fight. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that man, take some time off. You know what I mean? You done took a bad L. Um, reflect on it, understand what you can do better. And so when you get back in the ring, bro, I'm looking for the cerebral Devin that I've seen in multiple fights. I'm looking for that individual. I ain't looking for the I've always been critical. Me and Knockout, we used to have this conversation on a regular basis. The one thing I criticize Devin, the man go out there and fight the wrong fucking fight. He go out there and want to be impressive. He want to be exciting. And I'm not gonna hold you. I got into it where even in this fight, I called a knockout for Devin. You know what I'm saying? And I was wrong
Yeah, I
about that.
remember. Yeah, we talked about that. Right.
But the thing was, the reason I thought it would be a knockout, not off of him walking Ryan down. I thought it would be Ryan trying to throw the hook, him understanding how to nullify the hook, slipping it, and then landing the shot. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't
Yeah,
looking for you
catching it
to
with
just
that.
sit here and
Okay, I got
walk and walk toward a puncher. Like you don't walk toward punches like that. That's not how you fight punchers. And it's so interesting because you have certain styles of fighters, and we'll always say, okay, well, not always, but the majority of the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, uh, the individual who's the boxer, you know what I'm saying, that don't have that power, the majority of the time, what they try to do against a puncher, they they try to nullify that punch. Hence the reason you take they best skill away from them, and then you outbox them. Whereas in this situation, when you know that this man got a crazy left hook, you don't walk toward the crazy left hook. That's not what you do. Like that. That's not how
right.
you move the box. And so when it happens, you know what I mean? Like I mean, it is what it is. And I will say, shout out to Ryan Garcia, man, because um, he fooled me. I ain't gonna say he fooled everybody, but I think he fooled the majority of people, kind of with the antics and those type of things that he was doing. But at the end of the day, as a fighter, you take every fighter seriously, and you understand what they do best. And it was so interesting when Devin was saying, "Well, we don't watch a lot of tape on him. We know what he wants to do. We know what he does well. We know what he don't do well. Well, if you know what he do well and you know what he don't do well, right? Then what you understand is that nah, you sit there, you feint his ass, you jab his ass, you follow up with a 1-2, which he was landing. You keep him off balance, but you also understand how to be in range and take that half step back and be out of range when you need to be out of range. Your feet are your first line of defense. You know what I'm saying? And then you catch punches accordingly. I listened to Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was talking about this. He said, "Shit, I knew Devin was gonna get fucked up in this fight." He didn't say it in these words, but this is what he said. I
Right,
knew
right,
Devin was
right,
gonna get
right,
fucked
right.
up because he came out in the Philly shell in the first round. You
Yeah.
don't the Philly shell is not your main style of defense. You know what I'm saying? Normally, what you come
Right.
with, even if you look at when Floyd you utilized the Philly shell, he utilized that later in rounds. Floyd used to come out in the
Yep.
motherfucking high guard. He came out in the high guard.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Because he can catch shit and return shit from the high guard. And then as the fight progressed on, you know what I'm saying? He utilized the high guard to land the lead right, duck under your shit, and get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then he went to the Philly shell. You know what I'm saying? When you start trying to press him later in the fight, but the other thing is when he utilized the Philly shell, the thing is that the way that the man pivoted his body or utilized his upper body movement in the Philly shell, none of these fighters that utilize the Philly shell now, knockout boxing says it all the time. All these niggas that try to utilize the Philly shell, their shoulder roll is broke. They got broke ass shoulder rolls, and the reason they got broke ass shoulder rolls is because they don't sit there and pivot or turn their bodies accordingly. Even Ryan Garcia, I
Yep.
gotta tell you, Ryan Garcia got one of the worst shoulder rolls we'd have never seen in our lives. Get what he do though?
That's a
Shit, when he turned his back to you, you can't even hit his ass. You can't hit him because he done turned his back to you.
yeah.
You know
Yo, Ryan
and
is
so,
funny as shit for that, man.
and he,
I don't know what made him start doing that, man.
but it's crazy, and I hate to say this. I hate. You ever you ever play basketball with an individual? You be like, bro. this shit goes all the way against all the fundamentals I learned against basketball.
Yeah.
But some type of way your ass is
Hmm.
effective with. I don't know how you're effective. I have no clue. I have no clue how you uh, 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 when you teach a nigga to shoot, the first thing you say you want the elbow or the elbow to the wrist straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? How follow through. But then you get a nigga who shoot and wet now, got a great jump shot, but they shoot that bitch from the other side of their head. Elbow cricketed to the motherfucker. That bitch sideways damn near. I played with a dude named Darius. Man, he was left handed too. Man, oh, jump
Ooh,
shot was great. One of the worst forms
them
we've
lefties
ever
are
seen.
special.
But one of the worst forms you've ever seen as far as fundamentals go in shooting the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I
And
got you.
and the reason the nigga he actually got kicked off the team in 10th grade, and the reason he got kicked off is because he sat there and argued coach down for man, we was at Auburn. Like we went to Auburn summer camp or whatever. We at Auburn playing,
Okay.
and this nigga is arguing with coach about playing time. He was like, bro, I've been telling you, you gotta fix your jump shot. Like it's not fundamentally sound. And there's his whole thing was like, man, fuck being fundamentally sound. Nigga, I'm cooking these niggas, I'm this, that, whatever. And get what he ended up doing. The nigga selling drugs right now. Bro, you gotta make adjustments to your game. You make adjustments accordingly. I shot like Bill Cartwright at one point in time. I don't know if you remember Bill Cartwright. Go look at Bill Cartwright
Hell
shoot
yeah, I
free
remember
throws.
Bill Cartwright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah.
Bill Cartwright,
You gotta
Bill
remember
Cartwright was
them. I'm old.
right-handed, but he shoot the
Yep.
goddamn free throw on the left side of his goddamn
Left
head.
side.
I
Yep.
shot just like
Yep.
that. And I had to adjust my game and understand I gotta have my elbow straight. You know, this is the fundamentals of basketball. I gotta respect the fundamentals, and I got so much better by doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing in boxing. Yeah, you can have fatal flaws, and yeah, you may be able to get over it with certain fighters, but there's gonna become a time where an individual gonna take advantage of them fatal fucking flaws that you got. And even in this situation, I don't know if Ryan took truly advantage of fatal flaws. I think it was
Yep.
more Bill saying, hey, we gonna meet you in the middle of the ring. We gonna knock nah. We ain't
And
gonna do all
abandon
that.
his tools, like I said.
You utilize the
That's what
tools
made him.
that you got. If I got a wrench in the damn bag, what the fuck I'm trying to use pliers for? They
Hmm.
two different tools. I need to be utilizing my goddamn wrench. If I got a wrench, if I got a hammer in the bag, what the fuck I'm trying to use a goddamn block to smash a goddamn nail down? No. I got to utilize the hammer. I got to utilize the tools in my bag. And yeah, I agree. Devin went out there. Wanted he went and tried to do something that um he was able to get away with smaller fighters, but in this situation, he wasn't able to get away with it. Instead of utilizing his skill set, the man tried to utilize certain things he was able to get away with other fighters, and that's not how you approach boxing or any other sport. Just because I got away with it with you, don't mean this shit gonna work all the time. And excuse me. And so I got to understand what's in my tool bag and what tool I need. You know what I'm saying for this job. That's what I got to figure out.
Omega Red says their flaw was he fought someone his own size. Uh, Omega. A lot of people feel that way, and I would say that's a very logical statement. And that's because that is true because Dev has been the bigger guy in most of his fights. So that probably even made him feel a little uncomfortable because it's something totally different. It doesn't go against his boxing IQ or anything like that. But when you're used to a certain thing and you do something totally different that you probably haven't done since you was a kid, yeah, it may take some time for you to pick up on it, or it is going to be rough for you, and I think we all can resonate to that. in some sort of way,
that
with you
that
playing basketball or whatever, and try to develop your game and things like that. Yeah, you do that. Same thing with me.
but
I was used to a certain thing, and then I had to get used to something else from a wake up call. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Dub. You
but
got it,
but
bro.
but but, but that wasn't Devin's. Well, it was his flaw to some degree, but it wasn't his overall flaw. His overall flaw was is that he took what he had success. So imagine this: if I go in as a basketball player, right, at 6'5", if I'm playing a 6'3" nigga, right, it's one thing. If I'm playing a 6'7" nigga, I utilize a whole nother skill set against him than I'm gonna utilize against a 6'3" guy. You feel me? And so I gotta understand what I'm gonna do. One of the best games I had ever, at least in high school. When you get to college, all these niggas big as fuck, so they all bigger than me then.
Right,
But when I kind of this is me figuring the game out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So 11th grade, the majority of the folks in our division, I had 6'8" niggas, 6'7" niggas that I'm playing against or whatever. Okay, and matter of fact, Justin Brownlee, shout out to my brother Justin Brownlee. Me and him, we played together a lot, but and he went to what is St. John's, you know what I'm saying? So a hell of a player, a hell of a player. The thing is I understood what I could do against him, what I couldn't do against him, right? And so what I would utilize against some of the smaller players, I couldn't utilize against him. The thing was, he also had quickness like I had, you know what I mean? And so I had to go even deeper into my bag. And what I had to realize is that okay, fine. One thing what you think about when we playing each other, because I'm trying to get to the rack. I'm trying to get to the rack. And so what I got to do
right,
is I got to make sure that he think he gonna be able to block my shot on a regular basis. So my the new tool, well, not even the new tool, the tool that I didn't have to pull up against these other dudes is that I got to use head face. I got to use pump face. I gotta switch up what I'm doing. So you don't, so you're not, so what you're expecting isn't the same. And the easiest way I used to tell them, I was like, I'm gonna beat you because you're gonna be in foul trouble. You're gonna be in foul trouble against me. You know what I'm saying? And I needed it. I needed him in foul trouble because he a tough motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He 2 inches taller than me, long as long
right,
as me, and just as quick as I am. So I got to figure out a different way to beat his ass. Whereas when I play Savannah, they got 6'9" niggas on. Um, I don't know if y'all ever remember Allah. Well, it's what's his brother name? I played against Holiday, but his brother is Amenu. The nigga played what's his name? Amenu. I can't even remember their last name now, but the nigga played
oh,
for he played for Portland. I know he played for Portland. He played like small forward or some shit for Portland. You know what I'm saying? That was the little
you
brother
talking
though.
about the brothers? They last name begin with an O, right?
No, no,
Aminu
no, no, no.
Aku.
So yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, yeah, something like that. What was it? And I only
uh,
remember their
uh,
first name. It was the big brother was named
Akidan and
Holiday.
some.
Oh man, any other
Right.
guy called the names. I'm gonna go find their name real quick. A1, you in the
A
chat,
A
man.
we got the basketballs in there. A1.
Yeah, A1
Go
in the
go
chat.
ahead.
So, but the
Go ahead,
thing
Dub.
is
Ask him
that
the question.
no, hey, go figure out uh um oh
Aminu.
man.
What was his
Holiday
brother
Holiday
name?
was one. Holiday was the big brother, and Al Farouk, that's his name. Al Farouk was the one who
Oh,
made it to the league.
Farik Al Farouk.
He was the little brother, you know what I'm saying? And he played for
Right.
Portland, you know what I'm saying? He played like small forward, power forward for Portland. Nigga like
Right.
6'8", something like that. But I never played against him. I never played against Al Farouk. I played against his brother Holiday,
Okay.
and Holiday was like 6'10", you know what I'm saying? And they had another nigga on their
Right.
team that was like 6'9". And now, mind you, uh, we got a nigga on our team 6'7", but at the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm a senior. This nigga was a no. I'm a junior. This nigga was a sophomore. And so he ain't contributing to the team like that. And so one of the best
Right.
games I had when I played against Holiday, what I realized is that um First off, they want to go to man to man. And so when you go to man against somebody like myself, first off, we're gonna run the pick and roll. And anytime I can get that one on one with you, I got faster feet than you. I can beat Holiday with his feet. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
when they switched it to a zone, I go to the middle, and what I realized is that okay, if I once I get the ball in the middle, I got to turn and face. Once I turn and face, I know Quinn gonna be cutting baseline. You know what I'm saying? I can hit him there, but because they had another nigga who went to Clemson, and oh, not Clemson, excuse me, Cincinnati, and this nigga was jumping out the gym, bro. This nigga, I'm talking about jumping out the motherfucking gym at 6'7". So
Mm.
that really wasn't there for me like it would normally be. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, when they went to zone, nigga, I just started getting it. Holiday would come up and I turn face and I realized I could just shoot over his ass. Even though he taller than me, um, he looking for me to go past him. You see what I'm saying? He looking for me to use my footwork and try to go past him. So but I'm bringing different tools out. You know what I'm saying? You bring the tools out
Right.
when they're necessary, and hence the reason in this situation, Devin, Devin said, you know what? I'm going with the hammer regardless. Damn the wrench, damn any other tool I got in my box. I'm going with the hammer. And it's like, wait a minute, how you gonna go with the hammer against a hammer? That ain't what you got a
Right.
regular hammer. This nigga got a sledgehammer. Wait a minute. Why are you?
Exactly.
That ain't how this work. That ain't how this work. And that was the problem.
That
And
man.
so go ahead.
Yeah, that man coming with a molly. You know what I'm saying? Just to add on real quick to what you were saying. Go on, keep cooking, bro.
All I was saying is when I'm playing, I'm like, man, I have to utilize. There were times where I would have niggas that 6'7", 6'8" guarding me, but the first thing I do, I get the ball at the top of the key, and I know I can go around you. Although I'm 6'5", you 6'8". But I'm quicker, and I got the handles to go around you, so I can get to the basket, and it's easy work that way. You see what I'm saying? So then, either one or two things happen. They either switch, and I know this is team sports, but it just goes into the tools that you have, and you utilize the bag that you have. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got every tool in your bag. Nobody has every tool in their bag. Nobody does. But
Right.
you utilize the tools that you have against the individuals you playing. And in this situation, Devin wasn't looking to utilize took well. Devin was looking to match hammers with hammers when Devin had the goddamn regular hammer that nail a nail in that bitch, and Ryan had the sledgehammer that's breaking concrete. It's a different type of hammer. You feel me? And so
Right.
you don't take that hammer and go up against that hammer. No, no, no. What I'm gonna say is okay. I understand you got the sledgehammer. I understand that. So I ain't even going into the hammer argument. We finna sit here. I'm finna see how you when the screwdriver you using, the screwdriver you using. No, 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 no. I got pliers. You know what I'm saying? I got a wrench over here. My I got tools for different situations that's better than your tools. So that's what I'm going to utilize. And Devin didn't do that. Devin didn't do it. And so that's why I say he needs
Yep.
somebody else in there because you need somebody who's going to show you these are the tools that you have. No, everybody is lacking something. Every fighter is lacking something. Every fighter.
That's
But
facts.
if I can go in and utilize the tools that I have and make sure they're more effective than your tools, 9 times out of 10 I can win that fight. And that's Devin
Yep.
didn't do that. He didn't do that. Eh, and I gotta keep saying this. This is the thing that hurt me the most. When I say this on your channel, Crush, niggas gonna come and they gonna be like, man, Dub hating on Devin. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm hating on Devin. All right. Y'all got it. I don't even I can't even argue this shit no more. I can't even argue it. It's crazy.
Right.
I'm hating on Devin by telling
Hey.
them it don't even make sense. I'm long winded. You know how I am, Crush.
No, it's all cool, Dub. I enjoy the company, my man. I like to hear people cook, man. Yeah, so that's what happened to Dub. That's the best way to analyze it and break it down. That he unfortunately abandoned his tools. I think it's a learning lesson. Bill did come out and say, that it's a learning lesson. I'm pretty sure, it humbled them. Something that may needed to be done, to an extent. But like you said, you expect him to be back. I think he will. Um, until we see something, until we proven different, or we stand that we were correct the whole time. You know what I
And,
mean?
and,
So it's
and there's a different level of dedication there. And because one of the things I always say, hey, anybody who dedicated to the sport of boxing, I rock with those guys. You know what I'm saying? I rock with individual because you got to be dedicated to the sport. At the same, and that's why I believe that Devin. I think that this loss, especially where he lost, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make him
hmm
get back in the gym even stronger, eat that much more, and to really define and understand the game even more than he understands it now. And I think that's gonna be a positive for him. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, and I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right, but I know how it would make me feel if I went out there and lost a game when I literally went into or allowed the other person to utilize a toolbox that is much shorter than mine against me, but for
right.
it to be much more effective than mine. If I allowed that to happen, nah, I got to go study and I got to understand what happened in that fight and why it happened that way so I can be better. You know what I'm saying? And because Devin is as dedicated as he is, I think he'll be fine. I think he's a true champion, and I look forward to seeing him back in the ring again. I agree with you though. Come back, come back against Sando Martin. Come back against Sando Martin. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you feel ready, whenever you're comfortable. But come back, get you a tune-up fight. Hell, get your two tune-up fights if you need them. But at the end of the day, man, an individual who don't miss weight. I mean, it's so many great things to say about him, but at the end of the day, you got your ass whooped, bro. You got your ass whooped, and
Yeah.
so you got to figure that shit out. You got to figure it out. I don't know whether you want to speak on what, and I don't expect you to speak on it, but whether it's your father, whether it's like I just brought up the tools being you, whatever it is, you go make those adjustments. But I do think he has the ability to make those adjustments, especially at 25.
Yeah, he does. He does. Only he can make that decision not to do so. And I doubt it very doubt it if he is in that lack of confidence and everything in himself. So I think he's gonna be cool, man. Like I said, his second half of his career could be better than what he did with the first half with coming undisputed. I've been saying that for a minute, Dub, and he's at the weight. He's at 140. Uh, Hopefully he can stay there. But if he got to move on, go ahead because that would have been something else, man. That would have been something else. But it is what it
Hey,
is.
hey,
But
hey,
he gonna be alright.
we got what we got, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Devin Porter. At the same time, though, we looking for you to rebound accordingly. If you the fighter that
Accordingly.
I excuse me, for oh, shit. It's what you get from smoking weed.
Bless you, Dub.
If if that cough you can't catch. You ever had that cough you can't catch? Anyway, if you the fighter that I
Yeah.
think you are, if you the fighter I think you are, then you rebound from it. And if you're not, then I mean it is what it is. I'm gonna speak on that as well. I'm gonna speak on it regardless. So
Exactly.
what I'm telling you
Yep.
is show me the fighter that you are, and then I can come on. I'm gonna come on these YouTube streets and be honest about it, one way or another.
Yes, you are
People
there.
People don't like honesty, bro. People they hate you when you
They
honest.
don't.
I didn't even realize how man people who rock with me are I didn't make. I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it. I'm just saying people who rock with me now or who rock with me when they rock with Devin. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm like, hold on, that don't mean I hate Devin. It don't mean that at all. I'm just gonna be honest about what happened in the ring, and hey, I root for Devin regardless. He's still, I rock with Devin before y'all niggas. All right, my bad. I'm out of order, man. Hey, Chris, I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta take my black ass to sleep, man, because I'm about to be on
Hey,
one in
go
a.
ahead, Dub, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. So anytime I'm gonna make this one a nighttime joint, then I'm gonna set my hour for my coffee and donuts sometime this week where I could catch everybody in the morning. They can be a part of it. So yeah, I'm gonna come on Thursdays. This would be the continuation, the after show. After we get
After
off.
Queen.
You know, yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay,
on after Quay. I
all right,
think
all right.
this is good, so I'm gonna make this after Quay. So
I
we
like this.
still be cooking because I told Quay, I was gonna come on, and since it's kind of like, and people still awake because when we listen to Quay, we just got finished knockout, and whoever was on, we still resin. So I'm like, why
Yeah,
not, man? Just go ahead and do it. So anytime you come on, man, you're officially a co-host of this after dark shit, man. I appreciate you coming over, man. So
I'm
anytime you want to come over, man, come on over. We cooking, baby. We cooking.
I'm
We
gonna hit you,
cooking.
Chris. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be like, hey man, we because I wanted to jump on Quiz show today, but I got so enamored with the damn draft and trying to figure out
Right.
what's gonna happen with my Cowboys and shit. Like, you man, y'all know I don't know what y'all. I love my Cowboys. I love my Hawks. You know what I'm saying? I love sports in general. So, but so I got so enamored with that, man. I was all over the place tonight. I was like, damn, I didn't even realize it was damn 12 o'clock after by the time the damn draft that ended. And we didn't trade it back. And because we traded back, we end up with what the 29th pick and shit. Uh, every pick supposed to be, especially the early pick, they give them 10 fucking minutes. I'm like, damn, y'all giving everybody 10 minutes. The draft started at what 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that, 7 o'clock, and it's 12 o'clock before my team the damn pick. So, I was in. But hey, anytime I can rock with you, man, OG, you know what it is, man. You know how much respect and love I got for you, and as always, man, I
Same here.
thank you because
Thank
uh,
you too,
uh,
Dub.
you one of the realest niggas out here, bro. You one of the niggas who are hell. It's been multiple times you done had to cook my ass, and now I'm gonna come back and argue with your mother. You know what you know how it is,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You
at the,
do, baby. Yeah.
but at the same time, if I hey, if you making in my mind, and it's all about what I think, but and when I say not all about what I think, you got your, but whenever you make it a point, man, if I agree with it, man, ain't no way I can come on here and lie about it. I'm gonna come on here and cook accordingly. If I disagree with it, I'm gonna come cook accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But it's love and
Exactly, bro.
respect, and that's the thing that I love so much about being able to rock with you. So I appreciate you, OG. I appreciate you, and we gonna do it
I
again.
appreciate you too.
Anytime I see you
Yes,
live, you know
sir.
I'm gonna jump on and rock with you. You know what it is. Same way you do with me.
I got you. Oh yeah, I'll definitely got have you on coffee and donuts in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you.
I ain't
Yep.
gonna be able to put it. I look. I'm working on a schedule where I'm gonna be live in the morning a couple times a week, and then I'm gonna pull the late night show a couple times a week. So I'm working on the schedule, trying to put it together. Testing a few things. Seeing, yeah, you done seen me live a couple times in the morning. Just trying to see
Oh
what's
yeah.
gonna rock and how things are gonna play. But hey, whatever your schedule is, let me know and because I don't know mine yet. I don't know it, but let me know and you know I'm rocking with you, OG. You know what it is.
Appreciate you, Dub. Right side. Thanks for coming through and coming up on the panel, man. Talk to
I
you soon,
appreciate
bro.
you. I appreciate you, OG.
No doubt. Yeah, so had Dub right side come through. So yeah, man. Before I shut down, a few more minutes, man, and it's basketball playoffs, and I got the b-ball fans in here, Omega and A1 in here doing their thing. You know how they do. So real quick, man. Who's coming out the East and who's coming out the West? Don't have to explain why. Just something quick. Who y'all think is coming out the East? Who you think is coming out the West? While y'all think about it, yeah. But we got some fights coming up. But it's one I think I already know what's going to happen in this fight, man. And I think this young man is about to go through it again. Damn, A1, you know what? I'm glad to have the same mindset as you because you know basketball. And I was telling the guys outside uh, in the neighborhood earlier, I said, no, Celtics out of the East. And I said, the West is wide open. Yeah, I said the same thing. Yeah, man, it's wide open. So and I think we're gonna be correct about that. A1 that Celtics is gonna come out the freaking East. That West, we don't know. So we'll find out, man. But we got what I was about to say. Man, I'm afraid that my man El Rayo is gonna get laid out again because he fighting the little Chihuahua, the little feisty Chihuahua and Pitbull Cruz. So they're fighting, and oh no, man, it's gonna be ugly. Even though El Rayo can punch, but uh, anyway, he looks tough. I mean, he's our Cruz. He tough skin guy, man. He a tough skin guy. I give him that. Um, got a nice guard by him being so short and compact. He can close up and cover everything easy. But it should be a good one. Hopefully that goes the distance. Like I said, we seen what happened to my man Jose. So hopefully he don't have to live out that moment again. The Knicks, you'd have been said the Knicks. You'd have been I hear you, bro. But I don't think the Knicks is beating Boston. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I think. Had you'd have been said the Knicks. Well, I know the Knicks is about to get my Sixers up out of here. And I already predicted for the Sixers. Not to make it out the first round this year. They got a whole new coach, so wasn't really expecting a much of a difference or even a turnaround. So I'm not mad at them, things like that. But I feel you, man. So I expect the Knicks to knock the Sixers off, and I think uh, they're fair to be better match. You see what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Judah Ben, you know the Knicks got to play Boston in the second round, homie, right? I think that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if the Knicks get past the Philadelphia 76ers, they got to face Boston next. I think so. Mm-mm. So listen, y'all, I'm about to grade. He said I ain't scared of the Boston T niggas. I was just reading some chats. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with your boy, Preston Legend, the greatest man alive, Mr. PSA, the Philly adjuster, representing the almighty TWT. Shout out to everybody that came through. And you know I will be seeing y'all soon. I'm a kick back, relax, watch a movie, man. I'm gonna watch a movie. I'm gonna roll me up some meditation, and I'm gonna find a nice movie to watch. Probably some classic shit. Don't know. But yeah, it's been pretty dope kicking it with y'all, and y'all will see me again soon. Y'all be safe out there. Have a blessed one.